Homecoming. That was interesting. Impact Homecoming. Unfortunately, Kyle and I didn't watch together for play-by-play, but this was fucking amazing. It really was. And I think that not seeing it before and seeing it for the first time today is actually pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. Don't see too many tournaments anymore that I know of. And yeah, this was really fun to watch as well. Surprises. But we had Deonna Purrazzo come out and she introduced the Drama King, which Kyle was right. It is Matt by Redford? Yeah, Matt Redford, I guess. I might be wrong on that. Anyways, they defeated Alicia Edwards and Hernandez, but I mean, this was awesome too. And it was awesome to see that the guys can wrestle with the girls. He had Hernandez toy with Deonna at one point. But yeah, really enjoyed it, of course. Matt got the win for his team, so they advanced. The second match, we had Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona versus Jordynne Grace and Petey Williams. I dressed as Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner, obviously. Petey Williams had teamed with Scotty in the past, so this was awesome. And like I said in our prediction video, I don't call Jordynne Grace the She Beast for nothing. She really took charge in this match. She definitely beat the shit out of Chelsea Green. She sparred with Matt. There was going to be a double Canadian Destroyer on Matt and Chelsea, but they reversed it. And yeah, it was actually really cool to watch these two win the match. And I'm not sure what this means for Jordynne and Petey if they're ever going to team again, but this was an awesome match too. So they advanced to face Deonna Purrazzo and Matt Redford. So now you have this match, which I kinda, marked out for because they are in Chicago. So you have Rachel Ellering and Tommy Dreamer coming out as the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. You have Rachel as Hawk and Tommy as Animal, and quite fitting too because Rachel Ellering, the daughter of Paul Ellering, who managed the Road Warriors for years. So anyways, they took on Brian Myers, and I was right. Missy Hyatt. Yeah, she came out. She's like, I'm not a wrestler, why am I here? And she left halfway through the match anyways, but yeah. Rachel and Tommy hit the Doomsday Device and won their match. So they advance against the winners of Rosemary and Crazy Steve versus Tasha Steele and Fallah Bahh, which was also a very good match as well. And you have Fallah Bahh, who basically got bitten by Rosemary. The crowd chants, bite his face off, bite his face off, bite her face off. There was a point where they all had that action. Oh, that was really cool. And Rosemary and Crazy Steve won the match also. But it was pretty cool to see Tasha get involved as well. She's a very good wrestler. I'm not sure what's going to happen with her in the future, but we'll see. At this match that we didn't talk about in the prediction video is Cody Deaner versus Willie Mack. Of course, Cody coming out with Violent by Design, and Willie Mack coming out with Rich Swann. This was cool. Willie, I thought, was going to win. I honestly somehow thought he was going to pull it off, but it ended up Cody going over, and it was awesome to see Violent by Design standing there watching as Edge tended to Willie, and that was a very good match as well. So I'm sure their feud's going to continue, and we'll see what happens. We have Deonna Purrazzo and Matt Renford, who defeated Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green. This was awesome watching this match. Obviously, Matt coming back to the ring is very good, and I was very impressed by him. It was very cool to see that. And I mean, Chelsea and Matt kind of went off as well. Matt Renford, not Matt Cardona. And Deonna Purrazzo and the Drama King, Matt Renford, won and advanced to the final round. So I have Crazy Steve and Rosemary versus Tommy Dreamer and Rachel Ellering. And that's what I was talking about, bite his face off. You have Tommy Dreamer getting his hand bit by Rosemary, so he bites her hand. And Crazy Steve comes in to the ring and he bites Tommy's hand, which has Rachel coming into the ring and biting Steve's hand. Sounds like a chain. This was cool to see Tommy deliver a pile driver to Rosemary, but to no avail. And I knew this was going to happen too, but it's cool to see the guys taking on the girls as well as vice versa. And Crazy Steve and Rosemary won the match to get advanced into the final round, so that's pretty cool. And Josh Alexander versus Black Taurus for the X Division Championship, and honestly thought that Black Taurus was going to win. He's a heavy hitter, and basically he really was strong in the beginning of the match. So yeah, there was that. That could have happened, but Josh Alexander took over. He picked up Taurus and did it. I can't remember what move that was off the top rope. He got the win. And so he retained his X Division Championship, and yeah, that's very cool. It was a close call. Black Taurus had one horn taken off of his head during the match, so it was still a very good match, and it was a close call. The finals of the homecoming match, you have Deonna Purrazzo and Matt Renford taking on Crazy Steve and Rosemary. This was pretty cool as well, and I mean, these individuals really took themselves to the limit, and it was a very close call. But Deonna Purrazzo and the Drama King, Matt Renford, won the match. And now your King and Queen homecoming of Impact. So that's interesting. Your main event, Eddie Edwards versus W. Morrissey. And I was very impressed by this match as well. And it's not as good as the other hardcore matches I've seen lately. But again, I picked W. Morrissey. I thought he was going to go over. Obviously, he was very strong in this match. But Eddie Edwards somehow got the win. There was a table that was involved that put it on the turnbuckle. You have Eddie Edwards, who ran into W. Morrissey onto the table. His hands were tied up. He able to set himself free, and in delivering the Boston Knee Party with the chain that W. Morrissey brought out to attack Eddie Edwards with earlier on the match. So this was a really good show, and I know that AEW has something like this. I don't know if it's going to be the exact, I hope it's not going to be the exact same thing, but you never know. And yeah, this was a really good show, and very impressive to see that Matt Renfron's back. I know Matt Stryker, who A, can't say tournament properly, and B, made an Aiden English reference. So I thought that was pretty funny. But anyways, this was a good show, and I'll have to try to watch Impact more. But anyways, talk to you later. Bye.
So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. But I think that there's this myth out there that Jamie Keller is
Gnarly.
that's why he took pleasure in cutting WCW. I don't think that's the case at all. Because if you look at some of his earlier interviews, like